nose, a tweak. I've got a bit of an itch.
Why can't you itch it yourself? You've still got one arm.
There. Is that better, sir? Yeah, a bit.
Crichton, I told you before, he wants to be independent. He doesn't need you running around after him like he's some kind of invalid.
But he does. Don't you, sir? Another slurp of tea, sir?
Oh, this is making me sick.
Don't take any notice of her, sir. Nearly supper time. Chooky eggs tonight, sir. With your toast cut up into little, tiny, weeny, bite-sized soldiers of varying ranks. Thanks, Grants, but really I can cut up my own toast. Just like you asked for, sir.
Asked for?
Just remember, sir, Crichton knows best. Stretch me legs. Take a walk around the ship. Just opening the door for you, sir. There you go. The door's open, sir. Cheers. Just closing the door now, sir. Door's closing, sir. The door's nearly closing, and it's closed, sir.
Florence Nightingale. Could I have a word?
Certainly, Mom.
Look, deep down, I'm a big softie. The first time I saw Gone with the Wind, I went through a whole box of tissues. Now, Voyager, I was so choked up I couldn't speak for 20 minutes.
I'll make a note, Mom. Now, Voyager. Worth keeping on standby. Carry on, Mom.
I'm saying I'm not a heartless bitch. So you'll understand that what I'm about to say isn't easy. Back off, Lister. Let him learn to cope on his own. It's the only way.
I don't understand, Mom.
By helping him, you're not helping him.
But if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't even be wearing underpants.
Have you ever heard of something called tough love?
Does it involve dressing up?
No. It means sometimes to help a person, you have to get tough. Make them stand on their own 2 feet, or in Lister's case, 1 hand.
I see. So you think it's time to let him start brushing his own teeth again?
I do, yes. I also think it's time you built him an artificial arm and gave him a chance not to be so dependent on you.
I was meaning to get round to that, ma'am, but what with being on 24-hour wipe alert, I haven't had time.
Wipe alert? No, don't even tell me what that means, because I have a feeling I know, and if I'm right, it's the grossest thing I have ever heard.
His mouth, Mom. I help him get rid of the crumbs around his mouth.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And it's absolutely gross. Mouth crumbs. Ugh, disgusting.
It's a real son of a bitch about your arm, bud. Losing an arm. That is one terrible thing.
Don't move.
Can you imagine that? 1 minute you got 2 arms and the next, zing, doof, you got 1. Ooh-wee, that's tough.
You'll move.
And it stands to reason we must need 2 arms. That's why we got 2 arms. Well, except you.
You'll move.
You're probably wondering, is it going to affect my life? And I've been thinking about this, and I think the answer is, yes, it is.
Just making move.
If it were me, I couldn't survive. First chance I get, I climb to the top of my tallest pair of platform boots and leap to my death or something. I couldn't stand the thought of not being perfect.
You'll move.
But with you, I think it's different. Take a pit bull terrier, a real ugly son of a bitch. It loses its legs somehow, and the pit bull says to you, "Hey, man, I've only got 3 legs. Will Lady Pitbull still like me?" I mean, you got to stop from laughing, haven't you? He's ugly with 4 legs. He's ugly with 3. Hell, he'd be ugly if you put him in a suit and gave him a carnation. So here's something I think is gonna cheer you up.
You'll move.
Mr. Pitbull, put it there, buddy.
Move!
Okay, I'm going. I don't think you've been listening to a thing I've said.
Right, now this is a copy of the standard model from the 21st century. Comfortable, sir?
It's fine, yeah.
Okay, then now let's recap. The limb is connected to neurons that run up to the left hemisphere of your brain, which controls the right side of your body. Now, all you have to do is merely command the arm to do something, and it obeys. Now, let's practice. Right, now concentrate, sir. I want you to think. Arm, pick up the ball. Okay? Now, just think. I will pick up the ball.
I will pick up the ball.
That's right. Now, good. Now, concentrate.
I will pick up the ball.
Okay. Now, really think. Hand. Pick up the ball.
That's right.
Now. That's right. Pick up the ball. Hand. Pick up the ball. That's right, sir. Now, keep going, sir. Keep that thought going. Now, focus down onto that and keep it going, sir.
The ball.
Hand. Pick up the ball. That's right, sir. Now, keep going. Now, really think. Now, hand. Pick up the ball. Now, let's really get it going, sir. Pick up the ball. Hand. Pick up the ball. Really start to go now, sir. Hand. Pick up the ball. Now, let's keep going. Keep going, sir. You can do it. Hand. Pick up the ball. You're going to move that hand, sir. You're going to move it. Move that hand, sir. Hand. Pick up the ball. Pick up the ball. Yes, sir. Yes. We've got some movement, sir. Yes. The finger is moving. Keep doing it. Yes. Oh, bravo, sir.
Oh, the sweat's dripping off me.
Oh, that was fantastic, sir. Absolutely marvelous. It worked like a dream.
Is that it?
Well, how do you mean, sir?
Is that the best it works? In other words, if I ever want to pick up a ball, I'm going to have to take the morning off.
I mean, it was a tad slow, I'm forced to admit.
A tad? The only thing I've ever seen pick up slower is Rimmer in a disco.
Well, maybe if I adjust the impulse valve, it might make it a little more sensitive. Now, okay, let's try again. Hand, pick up the ball.
Okay. Hand, pick up the ball.
Okay. Right. Well, let's try again. Okay. Now, hand, pick up the ball. Okay.
Hand, pick up the ball.
I think, sir, that there's a lot of anger inside you, and that's what's driving the arm.
I don't feel angry.
Well, you've lost your arms, or you have every right to feel angry.
I don't. I promise I don't.
Well, you see, it's subconscious. You're thinking, hand, pick up the ball. But your subconscious is saying, punch Crichton in the head. Beat the brains out of the demented droid that cut off my beloved arm. Am I right?
Crichton, that's rubbish. You're right. It's controlled by my subconscious.
It's far too dangerous to let you out with that arm, sir. 2 minutes with Miss Kachansky, and who knows what you'd be swinging around your head.
There must be a solution to this.
Hey, half-eaten lollipop head. What about one of your spares? What do you say, Mother Border?
Too heavy, sir. With the strain and extra weight, it would be impossible for Mr. Lister even to get it up.
He could always take it off if he was going on a date.
Can someone take him outside and do something to him? Ideally involving ice cubes in any puckered body cavity.
Wait a minute. What about your self-repair system? Can't that help?
Mom?
When you have a mechanical failure, it fixes itself, doesn't it? The Crichton back in my dimension had these tiny little robots, subatomic.
Nanobots. They break objects down into their component atoms and then recombine those atoms to repair damaged circuits. Nanotechnology.
Just for me. Could you run that by me one more time? But this time, do the big writing version with pictures. 1 word a page?
Let me think of a cogent paradigm.
I'd rather have a good example.
This is a lead pencil. It's made of graphite, which is a particular arrangement of carbon atoms. This is diamond. It too is made of carbon atoms. Nanobots can rearrange atoms so they could take this lead pencil, move the atoms around a bit, and turn it into diamond.
It's possible to make diamonds out of pencils?
It's also possible to make computer chips out of sand.
So what happens if we transferred some of your nanobots into Dave? Wouldn't they be able to build him a new arm from his excess body tissue?
Unfortunately, Mom, it's not possible, no.
Why not?
I no longer have any nanobots, sir. They deserted me. When and where, I can't be exactly certain.
But if we were to find these nanobots, could they build me a new arm?
No, but finding them would be close to impossible, sir. It would be like looking for a needle in a male student's flat.
What was the last repair they made?
When we were on the Esperanto, just before we met the Despair Squid.
That was ages ago, before we lost the dwarf.
That's why I've given up hope of ever finding them.
Let's set a course back to the Esperanto.
But I promise you, it's futile, sir. I'll start preparing the suspended animation booths.
minute, we're not there. Where the smeg are we?
The computer's brought us out of deep sleep early. Must have picked up something.
Maybe it's something to do with this planetoid directly ahead.
Just scanning, sir. No, that's ridiculous.
What is?
It's not even worth mentioning, Mom. Must be a scanner fault. Rescanning. What? Again?
What is it, man? You look shakier than a silicone implant ward during an earthquake.
Now, according to all our scanners, that planetoid out there is Red Dwarf.
Yeah, it must be on the blink.
Of course it's on the blink. We're talking about the same piece of equipment that last month detected a planet entirely populated by air hostesses.
We spent 2 weeks checking that out.
I knew we gave up too soon. It was worth at least one more week.
However, there is one additional factor.
Which is?
Well, we've been here before.
Of course we have. It's the cockpit, dummy. We come here all the time.
I mean, this sector of the galaxy, sir. Doesn't it look familiar?
Crichton, it's space. Black with twinkly bits. It all looks familiar.
If you look to the port side, sir, that planet in the distance is the ocean world where we discovered the Esperanto.
That was just before we lost Red Dwarf. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm thinking wearing leather underpants with silver studs is a real mistake if you put them on inside out. What do you think?
I'm thinking about a wooden mallet, you and ice cubes again.
This planetoid, let's check it out.
According to the weather scan, it's beautiful down there. Tropical temperatures, not a cloud in sight. Suggest we dress for snow and take the buggy.
Okay, I'm going to take some readings and grab some soil samples.
It looks kind of blowy.
It's an electric storm whooshing the sand about.
You can say that again. There must be more electricity out there than the surge that went through the national grid during the commercial break in the Olympic all-girl custard wrestling finals.
Ooh. I can't believe you're here. How did you persuade Crichton to let you out?
He's not me mum, Chris. But the cast's not too long. Promise to be back by tea. Joke.
It's impossible out there.
Oh, do you need some different goggles?
No, I need a comb.